just got some chains for my truck. So what I had to do was take them out, lay them flat, sort them out, untangle them, and then coil them up so I could hang them on my chain rack right behind the sleeper of the tractor. You want to know about chains? My name's Kevin. I'm a solo driver for Creek Carrier, and you're watching The Joy of Trucking.
So when Kevin was assigned this truck in Mechanicsburg, they only had 5 chains. We've been looking for them, and now here at the Lincoln Terminal in Nebraska for Creek Carrier Corporation, we are picking up the rest of the chains. Kevin will lay them out and pick them up in a certain way. He'll explain to you what he's doing, and he will then also explain how to actually chain up if you're caught in a snowstorm. So stick around if you want to hear about all of that, and let's check it out.
Never been open.
Yeah, not like those rusty ones you got in, where'd you get them? Oh, Mechanicsburg. Brand new. Shiny.
Open this cover. That's where the chain rack is.
Later on in the video, Kevin will also talk about what type of tools to have on board, where to keep them, and how to be prepared in case you do get caught in a situation where you need to put them on your tires. And the nice thing at Crete is that you have these chains on the truck all the time. At Werner, we used to have to go hunting around for chains before you got onto roads where you might need them or where they were legally required, and then we're supposed to drop them off again and pick them up again. So this is much better. Once they're on the truck, they stay there. Wow. Well, not so shiny, but not rusty. What a tangled mess. rack?
2 per rack, 2 per bag. Hey, look who's delivering here. A set of chains is actually 2 chains, right? For a set of wheels.
So when you're folding up the chains and hang them, it's really important to make sure that they are high enough off the ground so that they don't drag. The friction between the dragging chain and the road surface can cause sparks, and that of course can lead to fires and wildfires as well. So be very careful how you fold them and how you hang them. Be sure to stick around to the end because Kevin still has some very valuable information for you. In the meantime, if you are enjoying the video, please do give it a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm. And if you decide to drive for Crete and our videos have been helpful to you, please be so kind and give them our referral code SLOKEV, SLOKEV. We would be very, very grateful. Thank you.
First thing you would do is lay the chain out. Make sure that it's in good condition. These loops, they got to be on the outside of the tire.
They have to be on the outside of the tire, he said.
So now I would take this chain, bring it over the tire. And the gap would be at the bottom, right? And then I'd get in the truck and I'd drive backwards. Just enough so the end of the chain is now on the front side of the tire. Then I would take the chain that's on top and pull it down so that I could connect the end of the chain into the hooks on the other end of the chain. Right? At this point, the chain is all the way around the tire and hooked in, so it's connected. It's a complete circle, but it's loose, it's sloppy. Now you've got to find the slack and make sure it's evenly distributed around the tire, so it's not tight in one place and really loose in another. Now these are on the outside of the tire, right? And if I take this tool, put it in, and turn it, what I've done is shrink the length of chain by that much. Did you see how that worked? Short, long, short. So if I go around and turn every one of these, I've got 4 of them. Now I've shortened the length of the chain, right? So now it's tighter on the wheel. That's how it works, basically. So I'm carrying 5 sets of chains for 10 tires. So the first set that I would put on would be on my drive tires, but keep in mind, only 1 set of tires is driving the truck. So make sure you understand you have 2 drive axles, but only 1 is actually doing the work until you press your interaxial differential lock that gets both axles turning. So I would put it on my back set of tires first, 1 on the outside tire here, 1 on the other outside tire there, and then I could drive, I'd have traction on my drive wheels. But if I'm in really bad conditions, I'd chain up the front axle as well and put on my interaxial differential. Some places require you to put chains on the trailer tires too, because don't forget, when you step on the brake pedal, your trailer brakes are also activated. So you don't want them freewheeling. You want some traction there. If you got to hit the brakes, you don't want the trailer to start sliding away, right? So often there will be signs that specify how many sets you got to put on, but you also need to check state regulations for the area you're driving in. So a lot of places require you to carry chains, whether you're going to use them or not. Like in Colorado, you need to carry chains starting September all the way through to the end of May, because they get snow at all kinds of different times. You could be up in the middle of the mountains on a clear sunny day like this, and suddenly there's a blizzard. So you got to have those chains with you, whether you're going to use them or not, because you might be in a spot where you have to use them. But Crete prefers that you just pull over and wait the storm out, if at all possible.
And just to clarify, because Kevin didn't mention it, you generally don't have to put chains on the steer tires, except if maybe there's like really extreme ice or authorities tell you to do so. So he has chains on board for that as well. Okay, this is an extra set or extra single because you came with 5. You needed 10 and we'll take the rest back because they came in a package with a set.
You want to keep this tool handy when it's time to lock those chains up. You don't want to be searching for it in the dark all over your truck. So I keep one in the door pocket and I keep one in my tool bag. Another thing to consider here is when you're putting those chains on, it's going to be in miserable, awful conditions, right? It's going to be snowing, it's going to be cold, it might be windy, and you'll be on the side of the road where there's a time limit. They don't want you camping there. They don't want you there for 3 hours figuring this out or looking for a tool. You got 30 minutes, maybe 45, and you got to make way for the next guy who's putting his chains on, right? You don't have a lot of space and you don't have a lot of time. So plan it in your head, how you're going to do this, where you're going to get your chains, how you're going to lay them out, what gear do you need, gloves, scarf, goggles, hat, toque, whatever. It's going to be cold, it's going to be nasty, it's going to be miserable, and you're probably going to get wet. So you're wearing waterproof gear too. Can you get at your tools quick and easy? Do you have a flashlight that you can wear on your head or something? Because it could be at night. Plan ahead. So in addition to your wrench for tightening the chains, you're going to need a way to get your chains free of the truck. Now mine are secured on a rack with a cover, and there's a nut and a bolt that holds that cover in place. So you better have the wrench to undo that, to free that up, and don't lose that bolt in the snow. Put it in your pocket or your mouth or whatever you got to do. Put it back in the hole and tighten it up again once you've opened the hatch, and then it's in the hole where you're going to need it, right? But think about that. Have this wrench easily accessible. I have a ratchet set here, so I know which size socket it is, and I can have this out in 2 seconds and be over there taking that rack hood off. I got some extra chains here I'm going to take back to the parts department in the shop because I got all I need. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, this is a skill you're going to have sooner or later, so why not be familiar with it and good at it? Maybe you could practice on a clear sunny day like this, putting chains on your tires. Alright, thumbs up if you liked the video, comments down below, hit the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell. We'll see you down the road. Bye for now. I hope you never have to use them, but it's good to know how.